Hey everybody, my name's Jeffrey Steck. Yesterday I sent a video and an article about faith and redefining faith as the ability to carry on in the face of uncertainty and difficulty. And a friend of mine read that article and saw that video and said, I left out the most important thing is, well, what happens if there's faith at work? What's the vision? What's the compelling reason for people to apply this new definition of faith, which is, he said, helpful because we can reclaim that for work. And so here's what came to me. And so this is a follow up. So Gen Z and later, the data shows they're very interested in work life balance. And I thought, well, that's great. Work life balance usually means getting away from the office, right? Having balance outside the office. And that's nice. But I work with a lot of first year lawyers at big law firms, and they're working 80 hours a week. Well, there's not much time to get away from the office and have that balance. So I've always thought, well, what if work itself became the balancing force? And that's what I think faith is, a new definition of faith is the ability to carry on, allows work to become the nurturing force that gives people work-life balance. And so for me, having purpose in life, which is using my past difficulties as an alcoholic to help others avoid difficulties of their own, to pull them out of that bad spot. That gets me to get up in the morning, to go to AA meetings. It gets me to do stuff, and I feel good about my life because I know I'm getting up and I have that gift. My pain is a gift for others. That really inspires me to get up and do the work of life. And so imagine if people had that at work, whatever their sense of purpose at work was. My relationships, when my sponsee calls me, I pick up the phone and I always feel better. I tell him, you're keeping me sober. This relationship is supporting me. And imagine at work if people's work relationships had that kind of lifting each other up, where we could really be vulnerable with people and really hear people and see them in their pain. And what the data shows is that helps us co-regulate, to relax our nervous system so that we're not stressed and have more work-life balance. And then what if we had faith-driven practices? And again, faith just is an ability to carry on, not beliefs in some religious or spiritual, whatever it is, but just what practices help us carry on and have that work-life balance. And one thing I do is I meditate. And when I meditate, I relax. And half the time, things that make my work better just appear in my meditation. As soon as I relax, I come up with insights I couldn't have come up with when I was stressed out. So imagine if people were able to get still at work. And I do this with teams. I have them sit quietly for a minute, sometimes 2 or 3 or 4, different levels of intensity. But if they just sit and focus on their breathing for 60 seconds, and then I'll ask them, how do you feel different now than you did when you walked in? Like, oh my God, I feel totally different. I didn't know how stressed out I was. I feel really calm, whatever the words are. I said, well, what would it be like if your conversations about difficult problems were had in a space like this, where you've all felt this level of calm from this 60-second meditation practice? Oh my God, this would be amazing. We would have totally different kinds of conversations. We wouldn't be reactive. We wouldn't be defensive. We'd be more creative. So not only does the slowing down just help calm our nervous system, give us a sense of nurturing, especially when we do it together, because we were designed as human beings to co-regulate our nervous system by sharing our difficult feelings. Not only does it do all that, but it would make our conversations more productive. So that's the vision. If we brought faith to work and we had purpose, relationships, and practices that were designed to help us carry on in the face of uncertainty and pain and challenge, people would have work-life balance. That sounds pretty cool. Anyway, that's the follow-up on what I said yesterday.